Welcome to The Devonshire Is, a Devonshire take on all things Disney. Today, Lauren and I are joined by Ashleigh and Adam, also known as Taylasoldastime, to talk all things Disneyland Paris, Part 1. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Devonshire Is podcast. We are joined today by Devonshire dwellers, friends of the show, Ashleigh and Adam, also known as Taylasoldastime. Welcome back, guys. How are we doing?
Yeah,
good,
not bad,
thank you.
You
Good.
all okay?
All good this side.
All good, thank
All
you.
good this side. We got over the podcast voice quite early, so that's good.
Come a long way.
Yeah.
I know.
Better.
We're getting more and more professional with everyone that we do. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today, we are going to be talking about our very magical start to 2023. There have been some trips back into the magic, over into Disneyland Paris. Ashleigh, Adam, you've had a couple of trips over this year so far, which is great. We did a little cameo appearance for one of them as well.
Yes, you little monkeys. Sneaky. Came and surprised us.
Yeah, it was a
didn't
lovely
you?
surprise.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, we couldn't see you all having all of this fun on the vlogs and stuff and think to ourselves,
No.
no, we've got to get involved as well. So yeah, we popped over and joined up with you guys for was that the first trip you had this year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Good. And then you've been, on a couple more after that. So what we'll try to do today is just bundle all of your trips in a little bowl and just talk about overall what you enjoyed in your trips back over into the magic to Disneyland Paris, and we'll jump in with some bits and pieces that we really enjoyed as well and what stuck out in our mind, because it's been a few years since we've been over, hasn't it?
Yeah, very long time, like 6 years.
Yeah, and it had changed quite dramatically from our perspective. How long ago did you go before this year? Was it last year you went, or?
It was 2021, wasn't it? The end of 2021.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
in the 20, yeah, November
November.
2021, yeah. We've been for a year and a half before, haven't we?
Mm.
Did you find much difference in the couple of years that you have been?
Not really, to be honest. I mean,
No.
well, yeah. I mean, Avengers Campus wasn't there, was it?
Oh, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So I suppose.
Whole new area, yeah.
Yeah, when we were last there, obviously Rock and Roller Coaster was still a thing, and the backlot tour was still there and everything like that. It was a very different experience, studios, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
It wasn't even just studios though. Even Disneyland Park, everything was way more vibrant.
Mm,
It had a proper
yeah.
overhaul on like how it had been repainted and everything from when
Yeah.
you last went.
I think I've read somewhere that obviously the Walt Disney Company had taken a little bit more of a ownership of that park, and you could see there's a few more Disney dollars that have been spent over there, and yeah, certainly looked a lot more vibrant, a lot of new rides and attractions for us to enjoy, certainly a fair amount of new shows as well, which is great.
Yeah, we love our shows over there.
Good. Before we get into the parks and before we get into DLP in general, you guys have been on a plane journey or two so far this year, heading over to DLP with a little bit of mixed luck when it comes to timeframes and flights themselves. Do you want to just give us an overview of how you've traveled over to DLP this year so far?
So we always fly, don't we?
Yeah, always, yeah.
And we always, Bristol's just near for us, so we're EasyJetters, reluctant EasyJet customers. Because when we went in March, it was a bit of a nightmare in terms of delays.
Yeah, delays.
wasn't it?
Well, it was cancelled going out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cancelled going out, and then we got an email, but they moved us to a later one that day, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which was good of them. But yeah, then coming back.
Yeah, we were delayed
Yeah.
for a long time, and then they were a bit naughty, and they changed the reasoning for their delay just to make sure you didn't get any of that compensation. But overall, we've been really lucky over the years. We've always flown, haven't we?
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the only times we've really had a problem. Yeah, we definitely prefer to fly.
We fly over and then we organise a taxi on the other side, don't we?
Well, yeah, but now we've entered the realms of Uber. It's a whole new thing.
Yeah.
It can be much cheaper. It's just the nerviness. I get quite panicky, wondering like where things are. I need to know exactly where I'm going to be picked up, and that's why we've always wanted to pay the extra.
Well, taxi is
But-
it's quite handy because you come out of where you pick up your luggage. There's a man standing there with your
Holding a
name,
sign.
holding your name up. So you go straight to him and he takes you straight there. So it is
That's what I like.
convenient.
Yeah,
It's very convenient.
but you do pay a premium for that. So there
Yeah.
are other ways to get from the airport. I mean, there's the train, isn't there, which is super quick.
I suppose it depends how many of you are
Um,
going. I mean, for us, there's a lot of us going, isn't there, at one time? So, but for a smaller group, train can be quite a bit cheaper. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And how was your travel when you came?
Well, you nearly threw a spanner in the works with your whole EasyJet cancelling a flight because the day before you were like, "Oh my god, are they actually going to get there?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we had no idea that you were
Yeah.
coming.
We were literally thinking,
And
"Oh
you're
my
like-
god, we might turn up in Disneyland Paris at this point, and they're not actually going to be there because they can't get a flight."
Oh, nightmare.
But our journey went okay, didn't it?
Yeah, it was fine. A little bit longer, that's for sure. You had to sort of break it up. We opted for the ferry,
We did.
which meant that we needed to drive up from Devon over to Dover. We did that the day before, stayed overnight in the Premier Inn, just on the water's edge.
Yep.
Actually, it was a really nice evening as well,
It was
though,
a really
wasn't it?
nice hotel as well.
Yeah, we got out and about, had some nice food, got up super early, jumped on the early ferry to get over. The ferry was probably about hour and a half.
Yeah, I think so. It was a pretty easy one, wasn't it? It was really smooth.
Took us into Calais, and then we just took the A roads down. I believe it's the A16. We headed down, which is pretty direct down to Charles de Gaulle Airport, and then you turn left and head over to DLP. I think any longer, and it probably would have been too long for Penny. Like, she was getting pretty antsy towards the end in the back of a car. Thank God for
Yeah.
Disney films and tablets to keep her occupied.
Yeah.
But overall, it was fine. We got very lucky with the weather going down. If you've got a clear run and it's a nice day, then you can do it as a breeze and just have a couple of stop offs.
It was A16 and then A1 we did.
A16 and then the A1.
It was really easy.
Yeah. Got us in about,
We were in for 1:30.
probably about just after lunchtime. There was no one in check-in, which was fab.
Yeah. Super smooth.
And then the hunt was on to try and find you guys.
How did you find like passport control and stuff going ferry wise? Was it smooth?
So we went the beginning of the week before half term hit. So half term didn't hit until that Friday. So for us, passport control was an absolute breeze.
Yeah.
I think we were through into the port within quarter of an hour
Yeah.
from our hotel because we were on the waterfront hotel. It was literally quarter of an hour drive from the hotel through passport, and we were already stopped by waiting to go on the ferry. It
Yeah.
was really quick.
Yeah, super
Yeah,
smooth. And there wasn't actually that many cars traveling over at that time. We went with DFDS. Is
Yeah,
that what they're
fast
called?
time.
Never been with that company. Usually go with P&O. I don't know if it was more of a commercial ferry in comparison to
Yeah, I
what
think
P&O.
so.
I think P&O is probably more, tourists that are heading over in their cars, etc.
It was the
But-
cheaper one, wasn't it?
But it was there was a good deal. And to be honest, once you're on the ferry, it was exactly the same. There was just a lot more lorries that the cars were sandwiched in between while traveling, but then, kept the car in the right spot, couldn't escape. So that was
How long's the drive down from the ferry down to Paris?
3.5.
just about 3.5 with a little stop. With a little
Yeah, we
stop.
did a half-hour stop, didn't we, at one of the services?
Yeah.
What are the services like over there? Because I've heard great things on people's vlogs about their service stations.
Well, we managed to pick the only one that was being done up, so it wasn't that great.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So it was literally a petrol station, wasn't it, with a little
Yeah.
restaurant off of it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, we got the petrol
Chances.
station, the cafe, and a toilet. There was nothing else other than that.
It was clean and easy, and we got some nice tasty grub.
Yeah, I mean, for petrol station food, it was really, really good. There was still like kiddie deals for lunch boxes and stuff like that, so there's still plenty on offer. But yeah, we could have done with one of the more revamped ones, or maybe I think the A26 has a couple more.
Yeah, I think we picked the one that didn't have many services, didn't we, really?
And I think that's something you got to keep in mind if you're traveling over with young children or families, that if you do want to have multiple stops, then maybe the direct route of the A16 isn't the road to go for. Maybe go for the more sweeping A26, which will give you a few more options on the way down. We prepared for it. We prepared that we were going to have to take that long, didn't we? And yeah, I think we probably would do it again. The benefit, I guess, of being in a car on a ferry is you can just fill your boot up. you're not having to deal with luggage, etc. You can, and when again with children nowadays, with Penny, you got to take a few extra bits and pieces in your luggage. So we just squeezed it all into the boot.
And it was the souvenirs on the way home.
And it helps with souvenirs. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
There was no excuse that I couldn't buy it.
Yeah.
So I was winning effectively.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, maybe we'll fly next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your bank balance might be better.
No. You've got to try that other road next time. You have to go back.
Yeah. Where do you fly into? Do you go into Charles de Gaulle or Orly?
We've done both.
Whichever's cheapest, really.
Well, you said that, but so the flight that we had cancelled, that was cheaper and it was Orly, and around that time they were just all getting cancelled pretty much. So since then we have actually tried to go Charles de Gaulle, even if we paid a few more pounds per person to go into Charles de Gaulle, but they don't seem to ever cancel them. And the stress head traveller in me just wants to be a bit more assured that won't happen. Because we were very lucky, but it's like, cancelled flights can be a bit of a game changer, can't they? Be a holiday. So
our first experience at Orly was a bit dodgy though, years ago, wasn't it? On the way back they lost one of our bags, didn't they?
Yes.
That was our first time. Yeah, we did Charles de Gaulle every time, then this one time we were flying back from Orly, landed back in Bristol, and our bag wasn't there, was it?
No,
one of the big bags.
No,
So
it eventually came back to us.
Yeah.
Thankfully, about a week later. But yeah, that was our first experience of Orly. I mean, it's smaller, it's quieter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't not do Orly.
No,
it's a bit further away, so in terms of like transport, it's a little bit more money. But they still do the magic shuttle from there, though. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do they? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know what terminal it's from. Yeah, but they definitely do the magic shuttle. Yeah.
And with regards to Ubers in comparison to taxis, how does it work with child seats and Ubers? Do you have to pick a specific, option when you're hiring Ubers for child seats, etc.?
So you can pay extra for Uber with a child seat. It is considerably extra, probably about 40 to 50. When we went, 40 to 50 euros more.
Wow.
Yeah. We did bring we've got one of the bubble, I can't remember the exact name, one of the bubble things where the car seat, because we thought in case, but I googled it and googled it and googled it because I was worried about it. And if it's a one-off journey like a taxi, like in this country, you're not legally required to have a car seat. So if it's you're not hiring a car or anything, you don't need a car seat. And if it was a bit cheaper, we probably would have paid the extra, but it was 40 to 50 euros more.
How much was that? It must have been just over 50.
You're
probably talking near enough double to put the car seat in there.
But
So
it's personal preference.
Yeah, and we were on a budget, weren't we? This time it was just this last time. But
there is the option to have a car seat.
What about in taxis? Do they don't make it compulsory in taxis in comparison to Ubers?
No, but what we noticed around Disneyland, like once we were in Disney, if we ever took any taxis back to the hotel, like when we stayed at the Campanile for the extra night, they tend to have them in them already because it's such a family-friendly area.
Yeah.
So we didn't request any because it was only like around the corner and stuff as well, but they did offer them.
Interesting.
Like in their boot. So yeah, it was good.
And some of the taxis have the screens and stuff that they put Disney movies on for the children and stuff.
Oh, cool.
We haven't the last couple of times.
Yeah,
but,
that's more
I don't know if
the airport runs.
Yeah.
Not like the little drives around Disney. If you go.
Oh yeah. Like from airport wise,
Awesome. Definitely something we would look at. I think if the deal was there, we would definitely like to fly. Penny's a bit of a fan of flying now that she's done a couple, and we love a plane, don't we?
We priced up and we just couldn't get it as cheap, could we, for flying compared to driving this time?
Yeah. Something you've always got to consider. But the good thing about DLP, I guess, is there's always options. You've obviously still got Eurostar and Eurotunnel, so there's always comparable deals out there. Obviously, if you're heading over to WDW across the pond, there's there's only one route, and that's flying.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You're not driving over there.
that's it.
There is no tunnel,
A
sadly.
little bit more expensive to get over, unfortunately. But yeah, it's good to have options.
I really
Yeah,
wanted to do the Eurostar, didn't I, this time? But it was
Yeah.
so pricey.
Yeah.
That was my number one that I wanted to do, but it was so expensive.
So many people say that they only do Eurostar, and I've never been able to find a reasonable price ever. I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong time in relation to when I'm wanting to book, if it's literally like the day they go on sale, you need to get them. I don't know what it is, but I've never found anything
Found one, have I?
Yeah, no, we couldn't find it this time either. For the three of us, with like just one extra bag, it was coming in way over 500.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
It was extortionate for the journey it takes. Yeah.
And Eurostar now isn't direct to the station at DLP anymore, isn't it?
No, they've changed it, haven't they?
No, and the changeover is doable, like it's fine, but the added thing of having to take all your luggage off, and it's not, from what I've heard, the station it's not like getting off at Disney. It's quite busy and unfamiliar type. That's the sort of thing that would put me off as a someone trying to contain 4 children.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing that would change my mind, really.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a huge station either. It would be one of the ones we went past when we got the train into Paris that time.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think it's Lille. Is it Lille that you have to change?
I think so. Yeah, I think they've changed. Yeah.
I don't know what size that is or anything, but yeah. I think people are quite disappointed in general.
Well, it's a shame, isn't it? You can't just go straight down there now.
Well, that was a perk, wasn't it? It was a perk of jumping to go essentially from door to door. It's it would have been a huge benefit. Whether or not they bring that back in the future remains to be seen. But I think it will put a lot of people off, and hopefully it doesn't have that effect on prices for flights, etc. With more people opting for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah.
Stay away from our flights.
I'll be right on the phone to Mr. EasyJet.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, we travelled over. Let's get into the magic. Straight off the bat, Disneyland Park, Studios. Which one do you usually opt for first to go into?
When we get there.
When you get there.
Day, right?
First day
It has
vibe.
to be Disneyland Park.
Yeah.
It
First
can't be anything else.
Yeah. You have to go and see the castle, don't you?
Oh yes. It's not a Disney trip without a castle, is it?
Yeah.
If it's not the first thing you see it's not a Disney trip.
No, that's it. Well, they're saying that for me, the DLP trip starts when you see the Disneyland Hotel, just that walk down.
Yeah, Disneyland Hotel, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's got to be the most beautiful entrance to any Disney park.
Oh, it's fabulous. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's lovely in there, isn't it?
Right, I think the only way to really cover everything that we've seen, even just from our trip, we got a lot packed in, but for the likes of yourselves who have been on multiple so far this year, we just go through the park. We go through the park and give our thoughts and opinions and any sort of hints and tips we might have for different areas of Disneyland Park, and then we'll move on to Studios. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
So let's start with Frontierland.
It's Yeehaw Land.
That's
it.
The big old mountain, and it's not about space. So Taylor's, you go first. What are you thinking? What's your favourite ride that you've got on Frontierland?
Yeah, Big Thunder all the way.
Yeah, we are very controversial, I think, for what we've seen of Disneyland Paris people, and we're not massive fans of Phantom Manor. So, which
we take it or leave it, don't we? We're not too. I mean, it's amazing for what it is. It's amazing, and it's but it's not really. If we don't go in there, we're not too fussed, are we?
I was proud that I went on it as an adult with my children because I've always been terrified of it. When I went when I was 9, I had a little backstage detour because I got to the front of the queue and I chickened out and I cried like a baby and I had to be escorted out. And that's just my thing with Phantom Manor.
Oh no!
So we purposely didn't take Penny on it this time because I knew she'd freak out.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I suppose when you've got children as well, I think you avoid it a little bit more, don't you? Because they're possibly not going to like it, are they? So
it's just that little bit darker, isn't it? Then, especially compared to Florida, it's not got quite as much comedy factor as the Florida one. It's a little bit dark,
Right.
but it's a little bit creepier.
Yeah, the storyline of Phantom Man is a little bit darker, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole wife scorned and everything like that in DLP is very different to the WDW storyline. And I think you can't explain that to a toddler as easy as the one in Walt Disney World.
With the white floating lady on the top of the stairs, just no.
Yeah. I am a huge fan of
Yeah.
that ride, though. I think if I were to compare both of them as an adult, DLP wins it for me, and I think that becomes a little bit of a common theme as we go forward.
Yeah,
regards to
I've
that.
heard a lot of
I
people
do
saying that.
prefer
Though.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've heard a lot of people saying they do prefer that to one in America, don't they?
Yeah. It's very grand, like walking up. It's very.
Oh, the area
it's
is
very
amazing,
there,
isn't
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, you wouldn't think there's such a big ride there, would you? But it's because obviously you got a big house, but it doesn't. But then when you go in, the ride's really, really long, isn't it? Really long.
Yeah.
Ride.
Yeah.
So, what about you guys? What's your favourite?
Well, this time we didn't really touch on Frontierland too much from a ride perspective,
We
did
barely
we?
spent any time in there, did we?
Unfortunately, in March, Thunder Mountain was down, which was a shame because again, it's one of my faves.
And we didn't do Phantom Manor.
And we didn't do Phantom Manor.
We basically went to look at the shops.
We did, yeah. Got a good Toy Story shop in there, as we've
Madison
enjoys.
Yes, know it well.
Madison's favourite, yeah.
And we bought a crepe and a coffee from the coffee stand. That's, I think, as much time as we spent in that land.
Penny went for a nap, and we thought now's the time to have a coffee and a crepe. Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, it's a parent
Even
win,
the-
isn't it?
Is the Lion King show? That's classed as Frontierland, isn't it?
I suppose
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
I suppose
yeah.
right up around the corner, yeah.
Yeah. I'm utilizing the official Disneyland Paris app as we speak. It's very, very professional of us. And yes, apparently Frontierland is where you find the Lion King
This
show.
is where you're meant to say I'm not
Yeah.
sponsored.
Definitely not
Not an
sponsored.
ad.
I mean, if Disneyland Paris want to jump on our tiny little Devonshire podcast and send some love, Bob Iger and co. You
That
can...
would be great.
We're here.
Yeah. always open for a conversation, Uncle Bob.
Wow, what a tangent.
But no, I mean, as far as Frontierland goes, on a ride perspective, two of my favorite rides when we can go on it, the Lion King show is probably my favorite show in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
I think from a historic point of view as well, they used to do a Disneyland Paris show for the Lion King in Videopolis. That's right. Is that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
stage. But this one's awesome.
Yeah, it is great, isn't it?
I cried my eyes
I
out.
think it's definitely one you pay for, isn't it? Really.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the I don't know what it is, Broadway? Do classes Broadway West End show?
No, it's in Bristol, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even gone now. I can't
It might well have.
remember that. I was thinking about taking Isabel, but then you look at what they put on at Disneyland Paris and you just think, well, you've condensed it down and given me all the songs that I want to hear.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's incredible.
That's
So
literally what we said about it, wasn't it?
Honestly, I think it was better. I think it was better than the West End show. I really
really?
enjoyed it. Yeah, in the West End show, there was a little bit of filler in between different scenes, and you certainly seem to phase in and out. And I know obviously it's personal opinion, but because it was more condensed and they brought all the hits and the songs together, and you still had all of the acrobats and the props and designs, I think it was a great show.
Yeah.
It makes me cry.
Makes you a bit teary. Oh yeah, see? Yeah, great mind.
There's a lot of tears.
So many
A lot
tears.
of tears. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do recall Penny taking a bit of a shine to the villains again. She's got a villains thing,
Yeah.
and she was like, sort of just like, oh yeah, this is good. Oh, there's Simba, really cool. And then the hyenas came out, and she was enthralled. She was like, hello, this is the kind of people I want to see.
For the last like 5 minutes when Scar, falls off a cliff, all we had was, is Scar coming back sometime soon? Where's Scar gone? Is he coming back? Mummy, where's Scar? I was like, well, this is great because my child's obsessed with Scar at this point.
What about your side? All of the kids enjoy it?
Yeah,
we love
it.
it. Yeah, love it. it's a decent length as well. It's like about half an hour long as well, isn't it? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can fit a lot of people in that theatre as well, can't you? It's quite it's quite an outpour once it's finished.
yeah, it's quite good though, 'cause it's quite out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
From
Well, yeah,
where it
not
is,
when
it's-
you've just missed the last showing by a few
Right.
minutes and
Yeah.
wanting to queue up for the next one, and they're all coming out.
Yeah.
And I don't know which way to go because there's so many
Yeah.
people.
We couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it when we got there, and we must have been quite lucky getting in. And then, yeah, basically just hearing the people behind us saying, "Oh, sorry, we're full up now." When we got in there, we thought there's still seats. Surely you can fit you guys
Yeah.
in. But no, they closed the door on you.
Yeah, we were just behind you, weren't we? Because
Yeah.
But we got to see it though, so
Okay, we are moving on from Frontierland, and we are heading into Adventureland. What's our favorite things to do in Adventureland? What's our favorite things to see in Adventureland?
oh, there's lots to see, isn't
Oh,
there?
the sights
scenery
around it,
is
scenery is fantastic, isn't it? The
Yeah.
big skull is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, Skull Rock, yeah.
Yeah. And you can
Yeah.
go up. We didn't realise first few times we went. We can go up into the skull, can't you? And see out through the eyes over the water.
Did not
Yeah,
know you
Which
could
is
do
really
that.
good.
Just thought it was a ground floor sort
Oh,
of
I've
like
never done that.
walkthrough.
Yeah, you didn't come up, did you?
Could you get on the galleon at all?
No, we've never been able to do that.
I think it was open the first time we went, but that was
Was it?
like with the children, like 2018. I think it was
Yeah.
open then, and I haven't seen anything about being able to do it since.
They've got a little playground, haven't they? Just by it, off and on open, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it used to be the Pocahontas one, and then they changed it to a pirate thing. But
No, I think the Pocahontas one is over by the Lion King show. There's a
maybe not.
Pocahontas. Yeah, there's a playground there over by the Lion King show, and I think that was the Pocahontas one. But yeah, there's one there as well, just at the back of the ship, isn't there?
Yeah,
the
we've never
playground.
done them, though,
No.
have we?
Very interesting. I didn't really even realize there was a playground there.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's set a bit lower. It's a bit lower down. Is that you come over the bridge by the Swiss Family Robinson tree, and yeah, and then there's a playground just at the back of the boat.
How did we miss that?
I have no idea. No idea. We didn't actually venture up the Swiss Family Robinson tree when we went this time, did we?
Sort of tree's tree house.
Tree/house.
It's a house
Yeah.
in a tree.
The Lacabane de Robinson.
Very good, well done.
Oh
Nailed it.
yeah.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Do you guys tend to go up there?
Well, we only went up there. We went up there. I don't know if it's the last time before. We went up there because we thought that bridge was up there. We
Yeah.
went all the way up, and I don't know how many steps it is. There's so many, isn't there?
But that was the first time I'd ever been on it.
Yeah.
Ah.
But the
Yeah.
bridge is a totally separate part, isn't it?
Yes, we found that the hard way at night. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then, yeah, so then we were just kind of walking
We were
aimlessly
wondering,
around.
we got all the way to the top. I was like, "Where's the bridge?" And we got all the way to the other side, came down. And we were like, "Oh, there's no bridge." But we asked someone at the bottom, and they said it's around the corner. So yeah.
No, we done the Florida one, didn't we, last time?
yeah.
But we haven't done the Paris one. They need to make a slide or something. You know, you're climbing all
Yeah.
those stairs. Just give me a
Yeah.
fun slide to get back down.
Like a helter skelter.
Or just anything to save the legs more than anything, I was
Like a
thinking.
death slide or
Or
something.
a
Oh
lift
my
Yeah.
gosh.
to make it
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's very steep, isn't it? It's quite steep,
It
isn't
is,
it?
a lot of
Especially coming
steps.
down.
It's very high as
um,
well.
Mm,
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
nice little attraction. I'm not sure I'd make sure I visited every trip.
No.
Well,
as
we
such,
waited to go
but
at
it is
night.
nice.
Yeah, we waited to go at night time, didn't we? Because in the daytime, there's actually big queues because they can only
There
let a
can
certain
be,
amount of people going up at a time. There was quite a queue going up there, so we waited to go up at night time, and there was no one going up, wasn't there?
Goodness.
Yeah.
You got to take those shorter queues when you can get them.
Yep.
Amen.
One of the first attractions we went to when we arrived in Disneyland Park was the Aladdin walkthrough. That's in Adventureland.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we like
Love
that.
that.
Yeah, we do like that. It's good, isn't it?
I haven't been there
It's
for
just
years.
a bit hidden away, though, isn't it? You wouldn't even think about it, would you? It's just tucked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. Although I got a little bit mixed up and thought that was where the magic carpets were. But of course, the magic carpets are over in studios, aren't they?
Yeah. Bit disappointing if you're expecting the magic carpet, I suppose.
And it is a small area. Couldn't fit the magic carpets in there.
You getting all confounded with Florida?
Yeah, because in
Florida's next to the
WDW, it's in
Swiss Robinson Treehouse.
It is next to that treehouse, and it's in Adventureland, isn't it? That's why I was getting it mixed up. Yeah, but I do like that little walkthrough. Got to love a little bit of Aladdin.
Yeah.
It is great.
Did you get on Indy at all so far this year?
No, we went on a few trips ago, didn't we? And it just rattles your head around, isn't it? It's, and it's over really quickly. It's such a short ride as well. It's really short, isn't it?
We have said next time we go we are going to do it, because we've never since vlogging especially we haven't done it. We've only ever done it once. I think that was one of the first times we went, like 2018.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't enjoy it just because of the head rattling. So we haven't been on it since, but we should revisit.
It's tucked away as well, isn't it? And because we were saying there's not many places where they could expand to do something different, but I don't know how big that area is around there, because it's quite a walk, isn't it, up there? So I suppose if they ever did want to do something, an extra ride in that park, I don't know if they could do one around that area, because it's quite a walk up there though, isn't it?
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Looking on the official Disneyland Paris app, which I've downloaded onto my phone, there actually is quite a big green area around the back of Indy, and I don't know if the concept art is to scale, but you wonder whether they could expand behind the back of Pirates in Indy. Obviously, Indy's just come out of the cinema. Maybe they make a little bit of a land over there. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I don't think. How long ago did you say the last ride was that they made there?
I think I read Buzz was the last ride to be made in the Disneyland Park, and that was 2008.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it makes sense because it's hasn't been.
I don't think there is
tinkered with there, which is nice, but they haven't expanded since then. So
but that is an area that they could look at, I suppose, couldn't they?
Yeah,
I think they're concentrating everything in the other park at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah,
putting everything into there. So
something for Bob to consider, though.
Yeah, he's listening. See, he's putting it down. He's jotting it all down for us. The highlight with regards to Adventureland has to be Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's fab, isn't it? It's definitely, and I hate to keep comparing, but it's a better ride than it is in Walt Disney World.
Oh, do you think?
Much better.
Yeah, way better.
Much better ride. I don't think there's as many Johnny Depp animatronics in the Paris one.
No.
Whether that's something to do with image rights or something like that for Johnny, who knows?
We sadly saw him during a maintenance check last time we went. Because when you go on the train, you go through Pirates. The ending where he's there singing.
Yes. Yeah.
And they hadn't covered that, and Pirates was down being maintained, if that's the right word. And we saw him in all his glory.
Yes.
Oh no.
What a
I don't know about that.
No, I don't know.
It looked like his head had been shaved. All his hair had gone. He was just sort of sitting there with
a robot, wasn't he?
You could
see metal parts.
That's like Terminator meets Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah.
Which kind of may ruin the illusion if a child were to see, but thankfully girls didn't.
Oh golly.
I quite enjoyed it though, actually.
Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it?
Oh, I love it behind the scenes.
Yeah, Pirates has definitely been a grower in our family, I would say.
Yeah.
We weren't too, not that we weren't keen, we liked it. And Nana has always been a big fan.
Yeah, Nana's always loved it.
We went on in the early days for Nana. And it was a kind of like it was a nice break, a nice sit down and stuff. But
I think it's grown with the children.
The children really love it, which makes us really love it.
Yeah.
And now it's one of my favorites.
What's Madison's thoughts on it?
Madison loves it. Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely loves it.
She's scared of her own shadow, but she loves Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. She loves it, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she really.
And he hated the idea of it, didn't she?
Penny liked the idea.
She hated the idea of it,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
loved it when she got off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was a little bit put off by the Barbosa animatronic that swings his sword like
Oh,
towards
yeah.
the end and changes into like a skeleton. She didn't like
Yeah.
the blue man with the sword.
Blue man. Yeah, so it's a blue man with the sword at the end, and it was also, you know, when they do the whole water fountain at the beginning, and he's like projected into the water.
Oh, the Davy.
Oh,
Jones.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, not a fan of that bit.
Yeah.
But Captain Jack loves them.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like the shop as well. It's really small, but I
Yes.
do like the shop.
Yeah.
They've got some great merchandise. They've got like Mickey and Minnie big set where they're dressed up like Pirates
Yeah.
of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Some really good
We've always
bits
had
in
our
there.
eye on that, but we've never taken the plunge. So
No.
Hey, there's always next time.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
See, Adam, listen, next
Yeah.
time.
On the list.
Time.
I really like that shop as well. I think we spent more time at that shop just looking around at the shop itself than we were the merchandise.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It was good.
Like I said, it's small, but it's very themed.
It's a very underrated shop.
Yeah.
Mm.
One day we'll eat in Captain Jack's. Captain Jack's is what it's called, isn't it?
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, that place looks really cool.
It's on the list.
We've,
Yeah,
no,
'cause it's-
we've never eaten there, have we?
Well, yeah, because you've never fancied it, have you?
No, but we haven't eaten there.
you thought you didn't fancy going in there, didn't
Drop
you?
me a
'Cause-
in it there.
Yeah. She's playing it all along, saying, "Oh yeah, it'd be nice," but you've never really fancied it, though, have you?
That's what I say to you guys as well. I'm like, oh yeah. And then when it comes to it, I'm like, oh, but I'd rather go there.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, isn't it?
No,
watched-
it seems like a really nice experience. I'm just too greedy, and I look at the menu, and there's nothing there that I think, yeah, I'd like to go for the experience, but the
And the thing
food
is,
is
right, I think you
make
look
or
like-
break for me.
And with some of our children are quite fussy, aren't they? So
Yeah.
it's a thing of you have to try and make sure there's something for all of them.
Yeah, that's another thing. When we've had a couple of dining plans,
Mhm.
and it's been on the list during a dining plan because obviously it's well worth doing then. But
Yeah.
there's always been something that we've all wanted to do that's kind of toppled it.
Yes,
I
yeah,
would say
yeah,
it's always been there, like lingering, but then not quite made the cut.
yeah,
But it will one day, I'm sure.
yeah,
Keeps you coming back, doesn't it? That's the thing. All these different options to try.
yeah.
All my empty promises.
Yeah. If we go back again, I'll go there. No, it is, I mean, it's something that we would like to try, wouldn't we? But like I said, there's so many other places, though, isn't there? That's
Yeah.
the thing. And you sort of stick to what you know, don't you? Where you know you're going to like something, especially when you spend that type of money as well. You want to make sure that you have something that you know you're going to like, don't you? So
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. We're going to head out of Adventureland and we're going to skip on over to Fantasyland.
Favorite,
Straight off the bat, favorite land.
yes. It's just so classic. isn't it?
Yeah, that's the classic rides in there.
Yeah. What's your favorite ride in there?
Ooh.
Our first ride this time along was Peter Pan, wasn't it? We didn't get to it when we went in 2022, so we made sure we were going to do it over here. And I do love a classic ride like Peter Pan. I love it.
I think it's the Casey Jr. one. It's massively underrated for me.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
train.
Oh,
yeah. That was our
Yeah, it's good
meeting
fun,
point
isn't it?
in March, wasn't it? That was our
Yes, it
first
was,
ride
yeah.
together. Casey
I
Juniors.
can't believe we ended up getting on the same train, wasn't it? It was crazy. Yeah, we got
I
the same
know.
train
I know.
coming from different sides, but yeah.
I just got a message, and all of a sudden I saw you in the distance waving your hand up.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get on there before I came, weren't you?
We kept our head down, but you spotted
Yeah, yeah.
it. But no, it's a great ride, isn't it? It's a great ride. I
Yeah.
love all the little miniatures as you travel through, and the boat ride underneath, which I'll never be able to pronounce the name of. That boat ride is awesome as well through the different stories.
That's all we know it as the boat ride.
The boat
The
ride.
storybook,
Yeah,
the storybook ride. don't you?
storybook ride,
That's what we
yeah.
call it,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a storybook as its feature.
Yeah.
So
It's just a storybook ride.
Yeah.
What's your favourite rides in Fantasyland?
oh, it's very tricky because it's very tricky. I'd say Dumbo is the most iconic
Yeah.
Mhm.
in general, but I would have to say Small World because of the
Yeah.
attachment with the children, especially Isabel when she was younger. Yeah. So
small world for us. Yeah.
How was it this time? Because obviously it's gone through quite an extensive renovation. You finally got on it. Fair time lucky this year. How was it?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was. It was good, wasn't it? It was. We could see like some new bits that they put on and stuff. That the more and more we went on it a few times, and the more we went on it, the more we were seeing all different bits and stuff. So yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's had like I know it's been shut for over a year in the end, wasn't it? So you'd expect a thorough refurb, but it was, everything looked like new, I would say.
Yeah, I do think it'd be nice if they put some Disney things in there.
Yeah,
would be nice. Just the odd thing, but
they've put some. I don't know what do you call them, dolls? I don't know what they're called in Small World. The children. Is it dolls?
I guess it's dolls. Yeah.
They've put some dolls with wheelchairs in and stuff, which was a nice touch.
Oh, nice touch. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. And yeah, there's subtle changes where I think they were there originally, but then we hadn't ever seen them. Like there's more Aladdin carpets than we'd ever seen before, and there was piñatas up on the ceiling that we'd never seen before, but I think they used to be there, but I think they were maybe like taken down or whatever.
Yeah.
Throughout the years. Yeah, it's lovely.
It's a nice ride, isn't it? Yeah.
I was dreading it. I had no time for Small World. I remember when we first went in 2018 and there was a rumour that it was going to change to a Rapunzel, like a Tangled ride. Whoa. And I was like, let's get rid of Small World. Oh, it's rubbish. And then we went on it. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Well, it was
never take it away.
About the first ride, wasn't it? And yeah, I'll never forget Isabel's little face when she first went on there. Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it's a bit like Penny with Small World.
Yeah, but it's amazing.
And Madison loves the teacups, doesn't she?
Yes.
I don't think we've ever been on the teacups.
We've never been on the teacups.
No, it was being renovated in March, so they were painting it, weren't they? At least, so it was down for March. We didn't get a chance, but I do love a teacup. Love a teacup.
Well, you do until it gets spun too much, and then you feel sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I'll go on the teacups, but we don't spin. No.
Yeah. It's fun up to a point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to sit down.
Yeah.
But then for us, if the children want to spin, they go in their own cup.
That's what we said to them.
Good idea.
You go in that one, and we'll put in this one that's not spinning.
No, we're not spinners, are
no,
we? Just like sit
Good
down
idea.
However long the ride is, have a little look. Yeah.
Madison, she talks about it all the time now, though, doesn't she? She always says, "Oh, I love the teacup."
I don't like the parachute ride, but I do like the teacup.
Oh, bless her.
Yeah. Fantasyland is lovely.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's got the old rickety Pinocchio and Snow White as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Snow White was the highlight. I know it's short and sweet, but that was good fun having all of us in the cars going on that towards the end of the day. That was great fun.
It does throw you around though, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, it's very jerky.
Very jerky.
Yeah. I particularly liked you guys having to boo the evil queen. I liked that touch that you guys added. I want to adopt that.
It has to be done.
Yeah, every time.
Life is a pantomime.
According to Penny, I mean, she quite likes a baddie. So
yeah, she was cheering in the back. Yeah, she was like, yeah. You give her that apple. You give her that apple. Serves her right.
Hand the apples out.
That is funny. The ending. I love the ending where you've got just the animatronics, which are clearly had a bit of love over the years, and now Snow White just sticking her hand up like she's asking a question.
Yeah.
One day she'll wave again, Snow White.
Well, it was very creepy when she did wave, so I don't know.
It wasn't really a wave, was it? More of a jerk, wasn't it?
It was coming, wasn't it?
I don't jerk's a word, but I'm a...
This is a Disney podcast.
A twitch of the hand.
I don't know. We should have leave it.
Dodgy wave. Leave that
Still.
Yeah. Carousel was lovely as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just outside there. Carousel's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got a
carousel's
lovely
good.
video of you three on the carousel, didn't we?
I
Oh,
love the
that was great.
carousel.
You did, yeah, yeah.
Over and did the waving. Just
Yeah.
didn't get old, did it?
No.
And it never does.
And it's a long carousel ride as well, to be fair.
It was.
My arm was hurting after a while. Maybe that's why Snow White doesn't go on a carousel anymore.
Yeah.
Doing that waving.
It's not as fast as the Florida one, is it?
No,
But it goes round for longer.
yeah, it's a little bit toned down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they spin you in Florida. They do. It's like a teacup, just a big teacup.
Really?
But Paris is a little bit more leisurely taking the
Mm.
views.
Yeah.
It's the grand waving.
Yeah, it's a slow motion wave. Yeah, yeah. It's just, again, it's another classic landmark, isn't it, in Fantasyland to see
Yeah.
Dumbo, to see the carousel next to the castle. It's all part of
Yeah,
what makes Fantasyland so great.
Yeah, I think the back of the castle is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
All around the back there.
Yeah.
Especially because you can walk out, you can go up the castle, can't you? And walk around the back of the castle and look out over
Yeah.
there, can't you? So
Yeah.
yeah.
I also like your little tip with regards to the walkway between Fantasyland and heading over to our new land, Discoveryland. That little walkway that opens up after the parades and stuff have gone. That's a time saver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially as just as soon as as soon as the parade goes after like the 5:30 one,
Yeah.
it just stays congested around the castle till illuminations, really, or dreams, or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
It didn't used to
But
open
yeah.
it as much, though, did they?
No.
We found.
No,
But
no,
the
no.
last few times I went, they seem to have it open. If there's no parade on, they seem to have it open all the time.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
is brilliant up and through there, isn't it? It's
Mm.
ideal.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Saves on the little leg.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you pack in a few miles on a Disney day, don't you? So any sort of shortcuts is much
yeah.
appreciated.
Yep. Plenty of walking.
So what's our last land?
So we're heading over to. Do you know it?
Is it Discoveryland? I always want to call it
Discoveryland.
Tomorrowland. But
Yes,
it's not.
Discoveryland. Discoveryland. Discoveryland's got a lot of fun in that land. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think when I was growing up, especially from a DLP perspective, Discoveryland was my favorite land.
That's my favourite one. Yeah.
What's top of the shop in Discoveryland?
I think with the children now, I think so we can all go Autopia. I love Autopia because we can all go on that one. There's a couple of rides there that we obviously all can't go on, like hyperspace and stuff. But yeah, so we can all go on. What does Madison call it?
The car racing.
Yeah,
Car racing ride or something.
Yeah,
isn't it?
car racing ride.
Can't think exactly which.
Yeah.
She loves.
But
it.
no, we all love that one, don't we?
Yeah, yeah. I would say, I'll probably say Buzz for the same sort of reason.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a nice
can
family, everyone can do it type thing.
Yeah.
Buzz is my favourite there.
Yeah, it is great. And I like that you can take them. I know in Florida you can't take the
Yes.
gun off, can you? But you can have them wherever you want them.
Yeah.
It is a game changer, that.
It is a game changer. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't help my
Yeah.
score, but it is a game changer.
You could just keep it there and say that I thought it was like Florida. I didn't know.
I need
I
every
always try and go
excuse.
with Madison so that I can say it's Madison's fault because she moves the thing around.
Madison just spins it. She holds the
She does.
spinning thing, doesn't she?
She's like,
She's just literally going round and round. Constant.
It's definitely a re-rideable attraction, isn't there? Over there, like I would do that multiple times on one trip.
Yeah, and it's indoors as well because you never know with the Paris weather.
Yeah.
So it is a nice one to go and hide in as well.
Well, rain or shine, yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
never know
in
what
the
you're going to
summer,
get, do you?
yeah, you can go and get some aircon in there too.
Yeah.
Whereas Autopia are convertibles, so if you did go there in the rain, you have to take an umbrella with you.
Yes.
Yeah. Not as fun.
One thing I'd say
Yeah.
about Autopia, just to head back to the cars, that course is amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was so expansive, and there were different versions that you could go depending on which side you loaded into the
Which
car.
side you're on,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Orbiton's another great one around there. You're not too keen on that one, are you?
It's not for me.
There's something about the angle that's almost a bit scary for
It's
me.
the angle, the height, and the speed it goes. It's just a big no-no for me.
People say it's Dumbo, but in a different land, but it really isn't.
It's a fib.
It's when
Yeah.
It's
you
a
get
little
in,
bit,
you
little
just
bit
sort
more
of,
intense than Dumbo, definitely.
yeah,
And you just sat
you
like
just
that.
sort of collapse to the. You get in, you sort of collapse to the side, don't you?
Sorry, I understand on a podcast you cannot see this,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I did just do the
yeah.
action. And I feel it was very accurate.
It was.
Thank
It was.
you, yes.
What's your favourite ride?
In Discoveryland,
Yeah.
now Hyperspace Mountain,
Yeah,
definitely. I loved every version that we've had in DLP of Space Mountain, but Space Mountain with Star Wars projections, yeah. I thought it was great. It was very bright
Yeah,
in there
it
as
was great.
well. Like the projections were
Yeah,
really
I
bright.
really liked it.
yeah.
I've heard a lot of people saying they want it. They've had enough now. They want it changed back. But I
No,
hope it stays.
I hope
I
it
really like
stays.
it.
Yeah,
Is there talk of them changing it to a different version?
Yeah, apparently they're well. There's been rumors for a while, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Like on and off that they're just gonna like revert it back to what it was before hyperspace, just back to Space Mountain. But I think
I think they
it's
should
good
keep
as
it.
it is. I think
Yeah.
we should leave it. Yeah, it ties Star Tours in as well a little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting. I would have thought there would be a Star Wars area in DLP, but I suppose there was plans to bring it to the studios. I think those plans have been shelved at the minute, or it's just an idea. But yeah, given how long it's been incorporated into Disney now, and given the history with Star Wars and Disney over the years, I would have thought there would be a land over there sometime.
Yeah. I suppose there's what have you got? You got Star Tours, hyperspace, and then meeting Darth Vader as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, you think they could do a little bit more. But I suppose there's not any room down there to expand,
No,
is there?
'cause you've got the
Because
track.
you've got the
haven't
track,
you?
train track literally runs around the back of Star Tours and Darth Vader, so there's not really any room to expand around there.
Yeah, sort of pens it in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
One thing I do find a little bit strange, and I know it used to be Captain EO, like PhilharMagic being down in the theatre over there. I know obviously it's a 3D theatre, and that's probably the reason why it's landed there, but it seems obviously in Florida it's a Fantasyland attraction, and it seems to fit more in Fantasyland than it would in Discoveryland. Seems like an interesting one to be down there.
It's pretty much exactly the same, isn't it? They haven't even there's bits in French, but they haven't redone the animation. It's the Florida version, but you can see if you look closely that she's like, I remember Ariel, she's still singing in English, but they've put her in French. So I would say it's probably more like a filler thing at the time. Whenever I don't know when they put it in, but it seemed to be just something that they could just transfer and put there. Because it doesn't make too much sense to be there, does it?
No.
And it's right around the corner. I don't even know that everyone necessarily
No, I don't
knows
think many
it's
people
there.
know about it, do they? It's tucked away, isn't it?
Yeah, and it closes early. It closes at about 5, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's strange that it closes so early, considering it's a continuous show.
Yeah, if I'm honest, it upsets me a little bit because I always remember at about 7 o'clock in the evening that it's there.
Yeah, because you love it.
And
That way, don't
that's made up,
Yeah.
but it's real.
you?
Every time I think, oh, we've missed it again.
You like it a lot, don't you?
I do. I love it.
Yeah, it is a great show. Have they got the animatronic Donald Duck in the theatre?
Yeah, it's exactly this. I remember watching it. Yeah, over in Florida, like years and years ago. It's definitely, they've literally just taken it and put it there.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did you guys not do it when you went?
Honestly, we forgot all about it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's tucked away,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
tucked away. You don't think about it, do you?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
No, and Penny wasn't huge on 3D when we went to WDW. She wasn't a big fan of like the popping that happens with all the different bottles in the Beauty and the Beast scene and stuff. So start with her a little bit. I don't know if we get it back on.
Let's be honest, it's all about the broom scene.
Oh, on the big broom.
She hates
big broom, big mama broom. No, not a fan.
Oh, she didn't like that.
Not a fan. No.
Penny seemed to like a lot of the rides in Discoveryland.
Yeah. She's very much like a spacey sort of ride fan, isn't she? She likes her like spaceships and cars and stuff like that. She's really into it.
She likes an outdoor ride, doesn't she?
Oh, anything outdoors. Anything outdoors and anything that spins. She's all for it.
She's definitely more of an outdoor ride girl than an indoor ride girl.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. She's just had a great time. I think if you asked her on any given day what her favorite ride or what her favorite land was in Disneyland Park, she would pick a different one each time, which is, you know, a good sign of her enjoying the whole thing. So
Yeah, that's the whole thing, isn't it? Yeah.
How about your side? Kids got a favorite land, favorite ride? You know,
I think it changes again. Yeah,
I would actually say in Disneyland Park, I would say now all 4 of them would probably pick that area out of any other area, because the 3 older ones I would say if you said, oh, you can only go on one ride in that whole park, I think those 3, the boys and Isabel would pick Hyperspace, and I think Madison would either be a Buzz or an Autopia. I would say. Yeah. Maybe a teacup.
Yeah, but Isabel now just, if you say what ride, she says just anything big.
Yeah,
all the big ones. She just wants all the big ones.
That's because she's a little thrill seeker.
Yeah, she loves it. If she can sit in the front row in Hyperspace, that's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting worse and she's getting better. I'm sitting on these big rides now going, am I strapped in? Are you strapped in? Are you strapped in? It's about like, I'm at the front,
That's always been me, Ashleigh. Like, pull the lap bar down that extra, like, inch, like...
Yeah.
I feel like it's creeping up on me like I don't know what recently. It's terrible considering we're a family of theme parkers.
Yeah, but you're not getting the enjoyment like you used to, are you? Because it's the thing now with children, isn't it? You're worried about it a bit more now, aren't you? Well, it's either that or age. That's what you think. Your word, not mine.
Not on the podcast, Charlie. Yeah. Not on
the podcast. Okay, we've covered every land that Disneyland Park has to offer. All that walking means we have a bit of an appetite. Where do we pick to eat when we go to Disneyland Park?
Where do you guys pick?
We went to some place that we saw on a number of vlogs, actually, before we ended up over in Disneyland Park, and it was Bellanotte.
I wonder where you were going with that then, because I can't actually remember what we ate.
How can you forget Bellanotte?
That was the only place I was thinking that we actually sat down and ate properly.
And it's incredible garlic bread.
I love that meal. Favourite meal.
Yeah, it's lovely there, isn't it?
The world-renowned garlic bread. Yeah, I really liked Bellanotte. I thought it was awesome. Good variety of meals in there, and it's not making the bank for food for lunch and stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, I really like it in there. It's got the same menu as the Pizza Outpost, apart from the meatballs where it's like a bit different. It's just the lasagna. But I would definitely say Bellanotte is better than the Pizza Outpost in terms of theming and environment.
It's a bit noisy in there, Pizza Outpost, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I found it a bit noisy in there. Yeah. But then I suppose Bellanotte, they've opened that other section now, haven't they? Which is really nice. Yeah, the spaghetti and meatballs in there are lovely. Really nice.
And it's all quick service, isn't it?
Yeah. And like you said, the garlic bread's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about the garlic bread. And
a Mickey shaped pizza. You can't go wrong with a Mickey shaped pizza.
We had a Mickey shaped pizza, and it was the best pizza we've had in Disney.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say either side of the pond is probably the best tasting pizza. It was nice. It was good.
Yeah.
How much more
big as well
is that Luca themed area made in there? Is there a lot more seating area? Because that's one thing that we found with Bellanotte. It got busy. It's obviously very popular.
Yeah.
I think they need to organise a bit better. It's like another room, isn't it? But they've just sort of, at the minute, well, when we went in, it might change now, but it just sort of, they've just put a few chairs here, there and everywhere, haven't they? But,
compared to Bellanotte, where it's quite, here's a table and here's a table, quite close. That room is almost the opposite.
Yeah, it's quite
very spacious, which is lovely, but it almost didn't flow properly with the rest. It was like going to a different place, which I liked because we got a table in there and it was really nice. But it doesn't necessarily match the theming of Bellanotte. And with it being Luca, it kind of doesn't anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they've made it bigger because it's a lovely place to go.
They did need some more seating area in there. It was a bit small in there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we ended up eating ours on the bench out the front, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which was fine because we got lucky with the weather when we went in March. It was especially the first day we went. It was pretty warm, wasn't it? So that was fine. But I think if it was a rainy day and you're looking to somewhere to eat, then it gets a bit rammed in there. That's for sure.
Yeah. There's timings as well there. make a big difference. If you go on peak, like say between 12 and 1:30 for a lunch, it can be quite congested.
We were trying for
It's-
around 3 o'clock, about half 2,
and it
3
was
o'clock to eat for it.
always quite
Yeah, a lot quieter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another place we ate, which is actually fairly close to Bellinotte, which I didn't actually take to, was Videopolis. I think that place needs some sort of overhaul to what it's about now. Like they've got the stage, they've got the Mickey cartoons on screens up high. Yeah, I wasn't overly infused about what was going on in that place. It seems like a bit of waste of space.
We've eaten in there 3 times now, and all 3 times we've never had a great meal.
Yeah, bit disappointed.
I think different times of the year they do different things on the stage, don't they? At Christmas they do a little Christmas production and stuff on there, but
apart from that, they don't
apart from
really
that, they
use it
don't-
now.
yeah, it's
and
not
it
really-
is a bit of a mismatchy kind of place, isn't it? I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of not really anything because it's not somewhere you
it's
go
not
and
really
watch a
themed, is
show.
it? It's
not.
it's
It's
not really.
not a well-themed restaurant. It's kind of like too big,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We had a few, I would say, not bad meals, but we had a few meals where, like, do you remember when they used to come with like a bit of a dodgy dessert?
Yeah.
And I begrudged paying for that dodgy dessert because I never ate it 'cause it was weird.
Yeah, but now
It was weird.
it's more expensive now,
Yeah,
and
now-
they've taken
yeah.
the dessert off. So
But
I'd rather pay less and have the dessert.
but on our last trip we tried it again after quite a few years of not trying it, and we enjoyed our meal there.
Yeah, we had a nice meal there last time, though, didn't we?
Yeah, but I'm totally with you in terms of I don't really know
What it is, what's
what
going
it
on.
is, yeah.
Yeah. The theming
And if you have
outside's
a bad
great,
meal
but
there-
it just needs something in there. Like
Yeah.
whether it is just like a constant show or something, or maybe a revamp to the
Yeah.
restaurant and use the other half for something else. I don't know. Just doesn't have an identity at the minute.
Yeah.
No, it's very strange because you've got all these entrances as well that go right the way round, and we met Clarabelle, didn't we?
Yeah.
On our last trip, and that's in the same building, but it's right at the far right, almost near the toilets.
Okay.
And there were people coming in to those doors, and the Videopolis bit was fenced off, so people were coming in and trying to like jump the queue for Clarabelle because they didn't know that was outside. It's all a very confusing
it's
kind of
all very-
area,
yeah,
isn't it? It's- yeah.
We did find the kids' meals though quite good value for money, didn't we? Because the children get given the same size chips as the adult meal, don't they? Which was good, wasn't it? Because
Well, I felt a bit hard done by, to be honest, because I would have just had a
oh
kids
yeah,
meal, I
would have
think.
been
Yeah.
with the adult
Yeah.
meal, and Isabel Madison had the same size chips, didn't they?
Yeah.
Nice lolly.
Yeah, and they get a nice lolly, for quite a bit cheaper. But,
But anyway, that's for another day.
It's a money saving tip, and yeah, you get a sweet treat with it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
well, yeah, because they don't question you. They don't. It's not like some of these sit-down places. You have to. Obviously, they say it's just for children, don't they? But they don't know who you're buying it for, do they? So
Yeah.
No. Quick service kids meal all the way.
yeah, and
That's
so what's it, €9?
€9.
Yeah, and they get dessert with theirs as well. So
Good stuff.
Where else did we eat? Was it literally just Casey's Corner then?
We went on the hunt for Disneyland Paris's version of Dole Whip, the like pineapple swell, and we just
Yeah.
first of all we couldn't find it, and then when we did find it, it was quite late in the day and it wasn't open. I don't know if it was just shut because of the time of the year, but we missed out there.
I feel like something like that is such a letdown because they're choosing to just sell it in one place, and the
Yeah.
place is really small and really like hard to find. We've never found it, have we? We've
not
never
not
actually...
open. No, have we?
And
Well,
you think,
yeah.
well, you're trying to copy such a big like staple like over in Florida where it's so popular, and you're making it very hard to find.
Yeah.
I'm quite disappointed with that because
Yeah.
I want to try it too, and I can't because I
I'd
can't
agree.
find it.
Yeah, where was the ice cream we had? That was by Alice in Wonderland,
Yeah,
wasn't
the
it?
March Air refreshment place.
Oh, that
Yeah.
looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked good.
Yeah, that's a good. Believe the hype with those. They were very
Yeah,
good.
what was it, like €5 as well, wasn't it? And you get loads of ice cream, and I had the brownie one, massive big chunks of brownie in there, and yeah, it was nice. It was.
And you could eat your bowl.
Yeah,
What's up to
wait
love?
for gold.
Everyone loves that novelty. Yeah, yeah.
And I've seen the last few days they've started giving a sugar cookie spoon to save more on plastic or even wood, because we had wooden ones, didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Apparently it's not very nice to eat, but it's an
Oh.
added extra.
Yeah, it's something
Yeah.
else.
I'd eat it if it was there.
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you don't get annual pass discount on those little kiosks though, which is a shame.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still, I would
Yeah,
recommend
yeah,
going there,
definitely.
it's
Yeah,
nice.
it's nicer.
Yeah.
We got
There's some nice eating area around there as well, isn't there? Around the Alice in Wonderland, it's nice.
yeah, we were quite close to that on our first stop. It was just a little coffee hut, wasn't it?
The windmill one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
we went. Yeah,
just down the little way, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's nice there.
That's pretty cute. You could see the train going past, and obviously it's near the storybook boat ride and stuff.
Stop there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
yeah. What did we get there a few years ago? We got some pancakes and Nutella,
there's
wasn't
a
it?
Nutella
Yeah,
pancakes,
Nutella pancakes. Yeah, it was nice. So.
Very
Was
nice.
got a 30th anniversary travel coffee mug.
Yeah, I did.
And it's
Oh yeah.
literally the most insulated thing I've ever seen in my life. It keeps cups of tea warm for about 72 hours.
Oh, we are into exaggeration today. It's a good,
feels like
it's a good like 2 hours, and it's still like piping.
Honestly, if she didn't drink it and left it 3 days, I'm calling it. I think
It'll
it's
be
still
there.
hot.
Yeah,
I
we
did have one
Still hot.
yesterday from lunchtime, didn't I? And it was still good at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, it just keeps it piping. It's magic.
Worth the €15.
It was worth the €15.
Yeah.
Ah, 15, that's not
It's
bad.
good, isn't it?
Not bad.
And that was with a cup of tea when you bought it as well.
And did they give you a discounted thing if you wanted to do like a refill, or was that just was it just a car thing?
I think it
think they
is.
do,
Yeah,
don't
I think
they?
there is. Yeah, there is a discount on refills. I'm sure there is. Yeah,
Because drinks
Yeah.
there is, but popcorn there's not, is there?
yeah. But she didn't need to refill because it just stayed hot for the entirety of our holiday. She only just needed one.
It was
She
very
sipped it.
dehydrated, but it did stay
Was that the whole 3 days you were there? It
My
stayed
husband
hot.
really likes to
Yeah.
spoil me.
All for the name of science.
You could have this for the 3 days.
I'm so lucky.
It was advertised as insulated. That means it could last.
Yeah.
It is a good one, though.
It is good. Yeah. No, it's lasted. It's lasted for sure.
It has.
Yeah. Good. Good. What about the extra magic that Disney has to offer in meet and greets? What's your favorite meet and greet over in the Disneyland Park? There's a fair few to choose from.
I think for me, it's got to be the main man.
Yeah.
It's got to be Mickey Mouse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way he's just got his own house in the corner, it's just great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did you meet many others on the last few trips?
Yeah, last time we got loads of
We
random
did,
ones.
yeah.
We were just walking along, and Jack Sparrow was out
What?
randomly,
nice.
wasn't it? Yeah, and
Yeah.
we had a really good experience with him because he
Well.
ended up. Well, I say good. It was
Hit and miss.
a bit strange. We were there chatting to the people in front. We were sort of looking, thinking he was a bit quiet with them, and then we took the girls to him, and he took a bit of a shine to them, didn't he? And
Yeah. And he said, "Oh, I like these. I'm going to keep these." And he just walked off.
he just
with
turned
both-
around
Both of our children.
and walked.
He
And he
literally-
walking, and then he wasn't looking back, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared, and everyone in the queue was laughing, saying, "Oh, is he coming back? Is he coming back?" And all of a sudden he just popped his head up by Pirates, where you can walk up them few stairs where the cannons are, aren't they? And just sort of looked as if saying, "Why aren't you following me?" And then he just started to queue up there, didn't he? Randomly.
It's a great memory, but
Yeah.
it was very bizarre.
he was good, though, wasn't he?
In character.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he literally just
And he was saying,
stole the
yeah,
children.
he was saying about the girl was drinking rum, wasn't he, and stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. The magic of Disney.
And another random one we had was, which I've never seen them do before. We were down near Star Tours. I think we were going to that Philharmagique, wasn't we? And there was like 2 stormtroopers outside where you meet Darth Vader.
Oh, cool.
And they were just standing there. And they weren't doing a meet. They were just sort of standing there, and they were calling people out, saying, "Do you want to have your pictures?" Like like saying to have their picture taken and stuff, weren't they?
Well, they weren't doing it as jolly as how you're
No,
saying
no,
it.
they
They
weren't.
were quite rude.
They were in character, and yeah, Isabel went up and met them, didn't she? So I've never seen them stormtroopers over at Disneyland Paris before.
I feel like quite recently they seem to be trying to do this thing of random meets a bit more instead of the regimented here at this time. Although that is more helpful because you can plan your day a bit better, can't you? If you want to meet certain people. But yeah, they do seem to be trying to add the pop-up element a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys in that park in terms of meets?
We were Eel and Tigger, didn't we? And that was random.
That was up near Casey Jr., wasn't it? Just
Yeah.
around the back of Casey Jr. That was a good meet and greet. Spent a decent amount of time with us and got some good interaction.
Not rushed at all, was that?
No, it was good.
And then Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mick. Yeah.
They were the only 3 we met.
Yeah, the princess area was just rammed. Absolutely rammed.
Yeah.
The first day that we went, it was 2.5 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you don't even, what I don't like how they've changed it is that they don't tell you what princesses are there. You could queue up, say if early in the morning it was an hour and you get to see someone and it's really lovely and then your child wants to queue again, you could get the same person and they won't tell you. When we used to go before COVID, there would be a board outside and it would tell you
who was there in the morning, wasn't it?
Who was there
in the morning, one in the afternoon.
Yeah. And at least you knew. But they don't do that now. And I find it a bit bad when it's potentially such a chunk out of your day. I mean, 2.5 hours is a big chunk of your day to be waiting.
Yeah, it is.
It's magical when you get to do it, but it's quite a sacrifice, I would say.
They are quite good for instance. They do spend a bit of time though, don't they? But like you said, if you meet one that you've already met before, it is a lot of time, isn't it? To wait.
Yeah. Another one with a really long wait is Stitch. Every time we walk past, his queue is just like never ending.
Massive.
There's Winnie the Pooh, isn't there? Near the start of Main Street, which we haven't done.
No, I haven't done that one before. Who did we meet years ago there? Was it Scrooge? Did we meet on the right hand side?
Yeah.
And we met Daisy, didn't we, there years ago? Just in the middle bit, just as you go in, with the little pavilion bit, isn't there?
Yeah, you do have a good selection. There's quite a few over by Frontierland as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
By the Cowboy Cookout, the food place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, up near the near the theatre.
Yeah,
that's where Minnie is now all the time,
Yeah.
isn't she? Randomly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are they themed
And
to
they do Goofy is. They do a Cowboy Goofy, don't they?
A lot of the time,
Awesome.
Minnie's dressed up too.
Yeah.
With a cowboy
Yeah.
on and stuff. Yeah.
And Pluto's there sometimes, isn't he?
Yeah. There's actually quite a lot when you think about it.
And who did we meet? We met Jafar last time as well, didn't we?
Yeah, and Baloo's there, kicking about
And
sometimes.
Rafiki.
Yeah. You can meet the genie sometimes.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot.
And what's it? Chip and Dale?
Oh, cool.
Chip and Dale.
Chippend.
Not the Chippendales.
The Chippendales are there sometimes.
Disney podcast.
But no, it's and Timon's there as well, isn't he? There's loads actually, isn't there?
There are loads, yeah.
And Darth Vader's a good meet as well.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Got a queue for him, haven't you? He's a good meet.
Yeah, we missed out on Darth Vader this time. I would like to have gone to see him.
We weren't sure how Penny was going to be, were we?
Yeah, she might have been a little bit intimidated.
Very tall, much taller than you can kind of get on like camera or anything.
Yeah.
It's quite like, oh yeah.
He talks lots, doesn't he?
Well, yeah, but
I mean, the last time he was
right.
he was talking a bit much, wasn't he? We were trying to leave, and he was always calling us back, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was, yeah. But
The
no,
promo to go on, Mr. Vader. Can you hurry up, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's good.
Madison screaming, can we please leave?
Yeah.
Don't know the power of the dark side.
All the right power.
One place that we saw an abundance of characters, which again I think was probably a highlight for our DLP trip, was the daytime show that they put on, the Dream Shine Brighter show.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That show is incredible, isn't it?
It's so
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember on the lead up to our March trip, I saw a lot of people put it on their vlogs and stuff, and I thought I was a bit disappointed to look at it, and I thought, oh, it's a very random selection of characters, and I didn't really get it. I thought it wasn't as grand as like the other ones, and you go there and it's just
It's fantastic,
incredible, isn't
yeah.
it?
so good.
I think it's by far their
Amazing.
best one that
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
done.
It's crazy that they're stopping it.
Are they
Yeah.
stopping it? Are they?
Yeah, the 30th of September. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 30th anniversary special, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm sure that will come back by popular demand. It surely has
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
It would make sense to them across the board because they wouldn't need to put any money in to change anything. They just
Yeah.
literally bring it back after Christmas.
Yeah.
I
Even
would
just for the
definitely-
character interaction during it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Well, Madison loves it, doesn't she?
Madison and Isabel have had some really good character interactions just on the side, haven't they? While seeing the
yeah.
break go past.
They're really good. If they go past, they're always looking out for the little ones and always waving, and or like coming over as well and give them a hug, don't they?
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Some of the cutest parts of your vlogs that you've shown on the trips that you've done is when you can see like Isabel dressed up as one of the characters and that character spots, or Madison was
Yeah.
dressed up as Jessie, wasn't she? And Jessie came around and gave her a big
Yeah.
hug.
Yeah.
Those are the memories that you remember from that sort of show.
Yeah.
And we have to thank Penny for that, you know, guys, because we never used to.
No, we never used
ever
to
dress
do that.
us
No.
up ever. And I
We used to
saw
take a
Penny,
dress,
and
didn't
I
we?
just
When
thought,
when the princesses
why
but not walking around.
why don't
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
So Penny is a trendsetter. So
Yeah.
we thank you for that, because it gave them some lovely memories, and they really. I didn't think that they would want to dress up. I think that was more what my thinking was, or they might not want to be having like more layers of clothes on, but they absolutely loved
Oh,
it,
they
and
loved
it
it,
made their like. I honestly made their day every day to pick their different dresses and stuff. So
Yeah.
thank you, Penny.
It was all Penny as well, wasn't it? Like,
Oh,
she
she
never
loves
did
it.
dress up really before Disney.
No. It's just just dressing up as a princess. She did it once, and that's all she wants to be now.
Yeah. It's lovely for them.
So
isn't
she
it?
should. She is a princess.
Yeah.
Don't
And
tell
right.
Oh,
Riley
yeah.
got his high five, didn't he? Who did Riley
Yeah.
meet that he was wanting to?
Is it Miguel from Coco?
From Coco, yeah.
Oh, that's a
He
good
got
one.
Oh,
his
yeah.
little high five from him. He was happy about that.
We say
Yeah.
that he looks.
Yeah, that's who we say Riley is, Kim.
So embarrassed.
Can he play the guitar though? That's the question.
Not well.
Nah.
Not well.
He carries it around on his back like it.
It's just a fashion accessory, is it?
Yeah.
He's got the toy one from the Emporium.
Yeah.
I do think that show is so good though. It takes away from
Yeah.
the main parade. Like I didn't think the main parade popped. Maybe because we were so, I don't know, we were so excited of that show that led before it that it kind of took
Yeah.
away
It's a bit
from
of a
that
come down,
big
isn't it?
parade. Yeah. I don't know if there's
And it
any
wasn't
plans to
very
change it or not.
Yeah.
It's very old. It's been there since we went in 2018.
Really? So it's been around a bit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the nice thing is the princesses are on there and stuff as
Yeah,
well.
but they
Yeah.
never used to.
Yeah.
That's quite a recent addition. The float just for princesses. It didn't
Yeah.
used to be like that.
And you get Anna and Elsa as well, don't you? But definitely, it's not once you see the other parade, because that one's on later in the day, isn't it? Once you see the
Yeah.
other parade, it is a bit of a come down, isn't it? Then to
Yeah.
see that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hopefully, going forward, they just change their parades to be more like the
Yeah.
shine brighter one.
Well, there's a lot
Yeah.
more interaction with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Christmas one as well. We've never been there for Halloween, so I don't know. I know everyone who's been loves it, but the Christmas one's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, our Christmas one's great.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the shows there.
Yeah, we love
Like
the
the
shows and all
parades.
all the interaction and stuff's lovely for the little ones. It was
Yeah.
lovely for us as well, being with the little ones as well, isn't it?
Mm.
It's really good.
Let's flip it on its head and go into nighttime fireworks. Now you've had a little bit of controversy when it comes to fireworks in the trips that you've
Yeah.
been, now that they've had a change. Would you like to do tell?
Watching someone else's vlog, actually, just on this dreams thing, because we've said we don't really like it. Our experience of it, very
Yeah.
close near the front, the children couldn't see anything where we stood, and we just didn't feel like it was the same.
It was a bit stop. We found it a bit stop start.
Yeah, but
yeah,
watching someone who was much further back, you could see much more. So maybe it's more of a perspective type of thing with this newer one.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because you could see a lot more. I mean, it looked like the projection was more like based on the door of the castle instead of like all the way up.
Yeah.
And because we were stood so close, it's like you needed to move back, I would say.
Yeah.
I think that was probably our problem. So I'd like to see it again further back, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Illuminations is quite special to us because that's what we've always seen.
Yeah.
And like we've seen like the happy tears from even the boys when the boys first went, because they were 7 when we first went as a family, and they both welled up, and we don't see that too often. So it's a very like a special show for us. So
yeah, it was.
I think that, as well as not getting the best view of the dreams, gave us maybe a bit of a.
It's very impressive, but I mean, by far very impressive. The fireworks and stuff they do,
absolutely,
and the use of the water, and it's. I think the music just hit us a little bit harder with the Illuminations as well, wasn't it? As well, I think it was.
Well, yeah, it's the connection to seeing the children.
Yeah,
like with their happy tears and stuff.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the Disneyland Paris one?
So we liked Illuminations.
We watched Illuminations, didn't we? Yeah.
But Dreams is the one that we saw first.
Dreams was the one we saw back in 2017 or whatever it was. I don't know. I tend to recall that one hitting harder as a show when we initially watched it back in 2017. I'm thinking back to like at the time we had been to Disneyland Paris a couple of times. We've been to Walt Disney World a couple of times around similar time frames, and I think Illuminations was the first nighttime show that we saw which was incorporating projections and fireworks at the same time. Dreams, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dreams was the one that incorporated the projections and the fireworks, whereas in Florida there was a projection show before the firework display. So to see it all come together in Dreams in Disneyland Paris, I think that's probably why we were so impressed back then.
The one thing I will say though is that the 30th little mini bit they do at the beginning looks like it was better for Dreams than it was for Illuminations at this point. Like I feel like they put more time into it when it comes to the new Dreams one that they've put in.
We saw extra bits, didn't we?
I think they added they added more.
They seem to keep adding, because I've seen the last few weeks they've seemed to have added something else.
They put something else in there as well.
Which is good, but at the same time you can feel a bit miffed if you miss it. Kind of want it like if it's a show, especially for a short amount of time, because it will go on the 30th of September. It would be nice for them to just give you everything that they have instead of just bits.
Agreed.
It's very impressive though. The drone show is very impressive, isn't it?
It is very impressive.
The one thing that DLP do better than Florida for their shows is the water.
Oh, definitely. Incorporating the water in front of the castle is a huge addition to the show, isn't it? It really brings much more to it than just projections from fireworks. I think it's I do think it's a great show, Illuminations, and it's going to have the memories that we're going to have towards that show is watching it with you guys and seeing Penny and Isabel sit next to each other clapping along to the music. Like that's going to be a core memory for a long time. They never do a bad show, do they?
It's all very impressive, isn't it?
I'm excited to see what they do next with it.
So is it a whole new show come September, is it?
They haven't said. I think from what I've read, like last year from the 30th, like from the 1st, they go to Halloween. And I think last year they had a Halloween show on the castle, then a Christmas one, and then they went back to Illuminations in the January. So from what I've seen, they're going to do that again.
Okay.
I thought Helena and Martin last year saw the Halloween one.
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen either of those, have we? But
No.
I'm interested to see where they go.
Yeah.
As long long as there's fireworks at the end of the day, I'm happy. That caps off a
Yeah,
Disney day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd like them to keep going with the drones because it's very cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
Definitely. I think that's going to follow to many a Disney park now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you, I don't know if they do use it in California, but they would be silly not to, given there's curfew of music and fireworks and everything, given, you know, the area that the Anaheim Park is in. Like, they should be using drones over there for sure.
Haven't Universal just started it with their evening show for Harry Potter?
Yeah, I think Universal have started using it, haven't they? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would make sense if Disney over there start using it regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Yeah, it's
cheaper in the
very
long run to do drones that you can recycle than firing off, you know, fireworks each night.
Well, yeah, must spend a
definitely.
fortune each night, wasn't there?
Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to push when it comes to Disneyland Park?
Oh, the one thing I would say about Disneyland Park, just completely separately to anything else where it really links to, is how good the baby centre is there.
Ah, okay.
It's brilliant. It's massive, and you can just go in there. They used to provide nappies, but we know from experience that they don't anymore. But
charge a fortune now.
there's like there's Mickey Mouse high chairs in there for you to go and feed your child, so you don't have to go and buy food. There's microwaves, there's like sinks, there's all that kind of stuff, and then there's a whole room where it's just a whole room of baby changing, and there's little toilets for toddlers as well, like tiny toilets.
Oh, cute.
Oh, cool.
And it's always really quiet. I took the girls there a couple of trips ago on my own because they both needed the toilet. And yeah, it was lovely. Really nice.
Whereabouts in the park is it?
If you're going down Main Street, you then, where Victoria's is on the right hand side, you then swing a right, and you just follow the path, and it's just at the end there. I think it must connect to Plaza Gardens, the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just tucked behind there. Yeah.
That's a good little tip. I like that.
That's good to know for DLP trips in future with little ones. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a game changer when Madison was little, when she was 1.
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known about it when Isabel was.
It's a nice little quiet area as well. It can be a little bit much for the
and
ones,
there's like a breastfeeding area as well and stuff, which is nice because not everyone feels comfortable sitting in a theme park doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
That's a good tip. I like it.
That is a good tip. Yeah. You've reminded me of one final thing that I think is a massive benefit to the park. Sort of like walkways you have at the back end of the shops in Main Street. You've got on each side of Main Street.
The arcade.
The arcade. Yeah. Game changer trying to get out of a park after fireworks.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love them.
They are great.
Yeah.
And they're themed really well as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they are good.
It helps with the flow of Main Street as well, doesn't it? Because there'll always be people walking up and down there.
Yeah.
It's also with the weather as well. If it's pouring down,
yeah,
it's nice to zip down there.
Or if it's really sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it's quite handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And another thing, we didn't mention the train at the front.
Yeah, the train.
Oh yes, we didn't make it our time, but it's definitely on the list for next time.
I've made it.
It's iconic and it's a staple.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't queue more than 10 minutes for it.
By the end, we were sort of trying to. The start is good. The end is good when you go around by Discoveryland and by Small World, but the bit in between is a bit something and nothing, isn't it?
It's just trees and in between, a lot of trees.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It is nice, but
the queue, it can rack up quite a long queue. I mean, it was kind of like not going below 60 minutes when we were last there.
Oh wow, popular attraction.
I couldn't wait for that.
They could do more around, couldn't they? Well, around the tree area, even if you put something in the trees or like something, But no, it's nice.
But it is iconic, isn't it? So it's good to do.
Maybe they could stick Snow White in there, just waving at you.
Yeah.
You never think that really.
Or even just a hand coming out the tree. Just like, it's her. Just there she is.
Yeah, they put the evil queen with her apple.
Yeah.
Penny's like, give it to her.
Jumping off.
Oh dear.
What are these tits for Uncle Bob, eh?
No, right?
Yeah, I know. What's he going to do with it,
Maybe brought a notepad.
Yeah.
eh?
Right, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you kindly for everyone who's listened. Thank you kindly, Ashleigh and Adam, for diving into Disneyland Park and Travel Day. Stay tuned to part 2 of our discussion, where we tackle studios, the village, and everything else that is to offer within Disneyland Paris. So thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having us.
Okay, guys, thank you once again for joining us today. If you like this episode, please rate and review wherever you are tuning in and share amongst your friends, as it really helps our little podcast grow. Be sure to check out our previous episodes that we've recorded, and if you're on Instagram, you can find us over at Devonshire_Diz. If you're interested in sharing your love for all things Disney, feel free to get in contact with us there. We look forward to saying hey. But for now, thank you once more for joining us, and we'll see you next time.